Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this channel. So immediately, Senate had impeached Rigathi Gachagua on Thursday night. The National Assembly on Friday had already convened, and the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Wetangula, confirmed that he had already received a name from the President for confirmation into the replacement of the Deputy President. And that name was none other than Kithure Kindiki, and a majority of the members of the National Assembly passed that name or confirmed that name in the National Assembly. And it was expected that on Saturday today, Kithure Kindiki was going to be sworn in. But rather, on the same Friday, the legal representation of Rigathi Gachagua moved to the High Court and got a conservatory order to stop the swearing in of Kithure Kindiki. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to analyze or inform you what that conservatory order means and what are the powers of that conservatory orders. But before I do that, if you're watching for the first time, always take a second or two, subscribe to this channel so that we can grow together. This is the conservatory order Rigathi Gachagua did receive. I want to read it for you before I give you how powerful that order is. It says, that order from court document, this matter coming up for direction on the notice of motion and petition, both dated 18th October 2024, before Honorable Justice Muita, and upon considering the pleadings, supporting affidavits and attachments, I'm satisfied that the petition and application raise monumental constitutional issues touching not only at the heart of a functioning constitution, but also its fundamental tenets of the rule of law and human rights. It goes further to say that it's hereby ordered as a matter of urgency, 1, that the pleadings be served immediately and be responded to within 3 days after service. That due to the significance of issues raised in the petition and application, I certify this matter as raising substantial question of law and public interest, and therefore fit to be heard by a bench of an even number of judges to be appointed by the Honorable Chief Justice. The file be placed before the Honorable Chief Justice immediately for consideration in that regard. Number 3, that in the meantime, due to the issue raised in the petition and application and the urgency demonstrated, a conservatory order is hereby issued staying implementation of resolution of the Senate upholding the impeachment charges against the petitioner, the Deputy President of Kenya, including appointment of this replacement until 24th October 2024, when the matter will be mentioned before the bench of the appointed by the Chief Justice for appropriate order and action. Given under my hand and seal of the Honorable Court this 18th day of October 2024. Penal notice. There is a notice there, penal notice. Take notice that any disobedience or non-observance of the order of the court served herewith will result in penal consequences to you and any other persons disobeying and not observing the same. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the conservatory order that was issued by the court. Remember that a conservatory order is more powerful than a junction order, because a conservatory order means that any process, any proceedings of this impeachment process that was, this impeachment process had already taken place from the National Assembly, it had come to the Senate, all those, and even the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua by Senate, all those proceedings have been stopped, and you cannot continue with that process at the moment, or any activity that precedes that process, which includes the mentioning of the name of Kithure Kindiki that happened in the National Assembly, and even swearing in of Kithure Kindiki. And any disobedience, as you have heard, of the conservatory order can lead to what we call an attempt of court, which might lead to maybe sanctions by court for disobedience of court orders. So a conservatory order is a very powerful order, and right now the only thing that can be done is to obey that order until the uneven judges of bench is made to listen to the case that has been placed before the courts. So I think it was a good move by the legal team of Rigathi Gachagua to fight and get that conservatory order, because the process seemed to be very early, so that at least by the time they will be moving to court, Kithure Kindiki could be instituted as the deputy president. So what does it mean if let's say the process continues and Kithure Kindiki is instituted as the deputy president right now? It means that any proceedings of the conservatory order, beyond the conservatory order, will be ruled as nullity or illegality, because they are preceding a conservatory order of that thing that they are doing. So right now, Kithure Kindiki cannot be sworn in, and if he is sworn in, it can be argued in a court of law that it was done outside a conservatory order, and that swearing in will be ruled as a nullity. So the only thing that can happen right now is waiting to see what will be the response of the Chief Justice Koome, whether he will form an even bench of charges to listen to the arguments or the breedings of the case of Rigathi Gachagua. We will be following, ladies and gentlemen, but right now there is a conservatory order that is a very powerful order, more than more than an injunction, because it carries an heavy weight, and anything that can be done outside all disobedience to the conservatory order will be null according to the laws of the Republic of Kenya. That one now stops the proceedings of swearing in of Kithure Kindiki as the deputy president, as mentioned in the National Assembly after confirmation that the President, Honorable William Samoei Ruto, had sent that name for confirmation to the deputy president. Remember that if Kithure Kindiki could have been sworn in, let's say today, then he could be the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. But as we speak, he isn't yet the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. We'll be following the proceedings, but as always, remember to subscribe to this channel so that whenever we have such proceedings or such information, you are also notified. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, you can tell me what you think about that conservatory order, or what you think is going to happen with the court find illegality in the process of the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. Do you think the process was effectively followed? Because there is a lot of constitutional issues, all the way from a fair hearing, where Rigathi Gachagua never got a fair hearing in the Senate after falling sick. There was a lot of constitutional issues, all following from the public participation that had happened during the impeachment, before the impeachment in the National Assembly. And we'll be seeing what the courts of Kenya will be ruling. And I remember that this case is going to be listened as on 24th of this month. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice day.